I beg your pardon. Have I the right house?
What address did you wish?
245.
Oh, the number is correct in all particulars.
Then it is the decor which baffles me.
Have you not heard that this one or that in an idle moment conceives the idea to redecorate?
Yes.
You've heard.
Indeed. But how does this inspired person pay for it?
He tempers the wind to the shore and land.
Who would that be?
It is in the Bible.
And has he an agent on earth? Good God, what is that around your neck?
It is a necklace.
Oh, my Lord.
What?
Do you not find it somewhat excessive for the morning?
I wear it should I be summoned on the instant to choke a horse.
To choke a horse? Are not there men employed precisely for that purpose?
I should hate to think I was depriving them of their livelihood.
How good you are.
Not at all.
Might I be forgiven to ask, is it real?
Oh, my dear, I have not lost my taste.
Then you have lost your virtue?
Yes.
Thank God.
A man gave it to me.
A man?
They do have such hopes for the mercantile.
And those hopes so rarely disappointed.
Well, we do so love shiny things.
In unity with our sisters, the fish.
Men.
What can one do with them?
Just the one thing.
Though in your case, it seems to have been effective.
In like a lion, out like a lamb.
This feller fancies you dead rotten.
You don't even know the fraction of it.
Enlighten me.
The jewel.
Yes.
Not only is it real, it is a family heirloom.
An heirloom? How better than good?
Been in this family 5 generations.
Oh, finders, keepers, well done.
Only conceive, I pray you, that the jewel is real, my debts are cleared, I have an account at the dressmaker's, and he has settled upon me into the bargain a monthly stipend.
Stop!
I tell you, yes. Sufficient to support both me and you in comfort.
Oh, bravo! For how glad one is to see one's friend come at long last into safe harbor.
Thank you.
Good for you, good for the side, but...
Speak.
This man.
Yes.
This.
My protector.
Does he not know? Does he not know your reputation?
He's just returned from a long sojourn abroad.
What? On the moon?
Ha.
Oh, is he in commerce on the moon?
Ha.
Is that your news? Is he a dealer in green cheese? Have you beguiled a dairyman?
I do not know his profession, or if indeed he follows one. I know that he is very rich, that he has been abroad, and he delights willy-nilly in regaling me with various kickshaws significant of the esteem in which he holds me.
May it continue.
How could it miscarry?
Do not tempt fate.
He worships me. What could go awry?
Has he, for example, a wife?
Why would he have need of a mistress if he had no wife? Of course he has a wife. But does his wife hold his affection? Does she wear this jewel magnificently wrought, unique in all the world?
I must say that it suits you.
I am told an ancestor once staked it against a half-province in the Punjab.
At what contest?
Could it have been croquet?
My golly, they played high.
But what are riches whose reflection shines so cold in contrast with that true warmth? That sole true warmth of love and friendship.
That warmth incalculable and unvarying.
Is it not so?
Which delights in the success of the other.
Aha! Aha! I beg your pardon, but do I not perceive in you, my angel, my dove, in other words of that character, that roseate glow which speaks of your triumph? You have brought me a bonne bouche to console me for your so cruel and prolonged absence.
You read my story in my face.
How could I not? How I have missed you.
One must follow the buffalo herd.
And now you return to me, not unlike Prometheus, who brought fire to the gods.
The classical construction, of course, had him steal fire from the gods.
He stole fire from the gods?
Yes.
And this is generally known?
It is proverbial.
I speak under correction.
Might I have a cup of tea?
Yes, yes, but with no further delay. Now your news, inform me.
Morning, miss.
Have you unearthed your own protector? Is that your report of the world's new jest? Tea bridie. Yes, celebratory tea. And we shall have a party. Yes, that's what we shall do. We shall have a party.
Yes, curiously, that is not my news.
Yes.
It's Catherine.
We shall have a party and display for both my ostentation and my taste the esteem. Excuse me, the esteem in which I hold you, my dear Claire. Your place in my heart and in my home. For what is home without you? A sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal?
That is so well said.
It is not mine.
Its employment, however, is so touching.
You spoil me.
I speak but the truth.
We shall have cakes. Yes, we shall have cakes and sweetmeats, the piquant and the sweet, which only a sense of propriety debars me from conflating with my feelings. For you, my etc. How I have missed you.
Bless you.
Tea, bridie, and pen and paper, for we shall plan a fete.
It's Catherine, miss.
And shall we invite, do I see in your eyes, some guest of honor? Some gentleman, perhaps, whom you have brought to heel? Is that your news, tea, bridie?
No, that is not my news.
It's Catherine, miss.
I am in love.
What did you say?
I said it's Catherine.
Not Mary. Not Mary, is it? Or Peggy? Cringing Irish terror, is it? What do you want? Home rule and all small children to raise geese? Oh, Ireland, whose king strode 5 miles of lighted streets in Liffey, whilst the English dwelt in caves. Is that the general tone of your Irish divertimento, eh?
I'm Scottish, miss.
Are you? I asked you a question.
Yes, miss.
What's the main street in Edinburgh?
I don't know, miss.
Or where are you from?
From the islands.
And what islands might those be?
The Orkney Islands, miss.
Where are they situated?
Where are they?
They're in the north, miss.
In the north.
Yes.
In the north of Scotland.
Yes.
What water are they in?
What, water?
Yes.
In the sea, miss.
Dissolve. Is it the North Sea then?
I believe it is.
Is it?
I think it
Is
is.
it invariably called that?
I believe so.
Is it the sea we are wont to call the German Sea?
The German Sea?
Is it the same?
I fear that there I disappoint you.
What brings you back?
I've come to clear, miss.
And why would you assume that service required? Has it not been but 2 moments you have left the sweetmeats here? Is this some gastronomic monomania of yours? Some distaste for letting food sit? One would have thought to have encountered such in the southern lands, where heat engendering maggots should inspire haste, whereas here, in the north, the cold would have thought to have offered some protection.
Your mistress suggests you needn't come until she's called you.
She did call me. To the contrary.
You rang the bell. Thank you.
I did not ring a bell. I do not have a bell, do you see?
I heard a bell.
Then it is the front door. Why don't you answer it? And now, perhaps to save my worthless life, you'll explain your late announcement. Pray, but let me bind myself to the mast. Who is it?
Fella come about the stove.
What about the stove?
He came to fix it.
Is it broken?
Yes, Mum.
Oh, good. How do you find the weather? Do you not find it is fine?
I find that it is seasonable for this time of year. And that is as far as I'm prepared to commit myself. But I was saying...
Oh, yes. You were saying that you were in love. You were mid-career, as it were, prating of this love.
And you, friend of my youth.
Ah, what memory.
At the announcement, if I do not mistake, grow cold. Can you say why?
Why?
Yes.
I have redecorated our room in chintz. In chintz. A fabric I abhor, do you see, in your absence to please you.
In chintz.
You once expressed a preference for chintz.
I?
Chintz, which I have, oblivious to the verdict of the world, stoned. I come into funds. I come into funds, do you see? My first thought, is it for myself? No, it is for you. Do I expect thanks? I would be glad of mute appreciation. Instead, I receive nothing but the tale of your before new rotting. Oh, how lonely you make me feel. How small. For how can one cherish, nay, how can one respect one, however dear, however well-formed, who acts so arbitrarily, so cruel? But it is the engine of the world's betrayal, is it not? And we are sentenced to strive with the world.
I'm sorry, what? Did I miss anything?
I poured out my hard blood.
Oh. I have forgotten what I was going to say.
Pray say something else.
How practical you
For
are.
what is speech?
I had often thought it as the chirping of the birds, minus their laudable disinterestedness.
Oh, what a vast and pointless shithole it all is.
What would that be?
Our lives. What? What do you want, Saving national sovereignty and reparations. An apology for your potato famine? It came from the lack of rotation of crops, from the depletion of nitrogen or something in the soil. Do you think the soil can go on forever giving, never a thought for replenishment? Dirt, do you see, like every other living thing in this green and confusing world, needs cultivation and care, no less in the end than you or I. It is a thoughtless and worse unobservant soul who would say otherwise.
Mum,
But you have my ear.
the dinner, Mum.
One would have thought that to have been the province of the cook. Oh no.
You never could keep help.
Did you say it was because of the stove?
She did allow us how she couldn't cook with no stove.
Well, one must credit her argument.
Your attitude smacks of the Republican.
You flatter me.
Plead with the cook to stay. But perhaps it is not love.
It is
But
love.
perhaps it is not.
Then what would it be?
Oh, so many of our ills proceed from a corporeal imbalance, as it were.
Do they?
I say that they do.
Well, how lovely for them to have, as it were, a provenance in this gale of uncertainty. To say, I was engendered, for example, by an excess of protein.
So are we all, so far as that goes.
Ah, yes, your newfound expertise.
It's gone.
Did you plead with her?
Yes, miss.
Well, what did she say?
She said as how you could kiss her arse. Till
Yes,
She
yes.
said some holiday, but I forgot it.
Mayhap it will come to you.
God willing, you know, my old gran used
Oh,
to say
go
that.
away! And now we shall have no party. Now we shall have no party, but of course we have no pulse.
Oh, my dear.
Escoffier had it as the last of the pleasures that persist when all the rest have gone.
When all the rest have gone.
Yes.
Escoffiated.
Yes.
Is it a word one may say in a drawing room?
It is food.
Food.
Yes.
Food is the pleasure which persists when all the rest have gone.
According to Escoffier.
And who was he?
A cook.
Well, it would be striking then had he said otherwise.
What do you think he meant?
Oh, you know.
Can you not conceive of a world above your waist?
And you.
Yes.
I come to you. See, I come to you with my report of that which I can neither control
Oh, I
nor-
take it you are speaking of your
Well,
Lord.
ain't you an evil old bitch?
I am not old.
Older than I.
Hardly true.
What, have they repealed the calendar?
And if it were true, it would be cruel to suggest it. You are cruel.
Am I indeed?
Yes, you are.
I have a boon to beg.
Oh, what a shithole is the world. And how the friends of youth turn until time and its glass seems to denounce one. And for what enormity? For primogeniture. Oh, Lord, who seest all, I need a cup of tea. Mary! Mary!
I'll tell you what you require, an electric bell.
Oh, I wish that I were tied to a cannon. I wish that I were dead. Why don't you leave? Your errand being done. Pray take your congé, you broke my heart.
I have to ask a favor.
Well, I suppose there's a time for everything. Except, of course, for that which one does not have time for. And what is to be done about that?
Can I induce you to
No.
endorse or find them to
No,
share
I don't
my,
think so.
my
No,
happiness?
it's not happening.
I can
No,
ask-
it's just not being done. And why should you require my endorsement? Why in this state of the supposed state of what?
Bliss.
Would you require anything from me at all? Would not the traditional understanding of the term bliss render its meaning requiring nothing further of the world?
Do you know why I particularly hate it when my teeth begin to chatter?
Why?
Because they so seldom have anything to say.
How bold. How courageous. ages. Rich in that newfound courage and the light of the new thing, huh? Love, which like religion, and the sea, which like expensive jewelry conquers all. Is that the thing?
Yes.
God forgive you.
What am I to do?
What was the problem you told me that I forgot?
I am in love.
Love.
It is a state sung by the poets.
So is death. So is death, but I don't see you floating in here proclaiming I'm dead. I'm dead. I have died. Embrace me. How wonderful for you. Many fine people have died.
How ill your disordered state becomes you.
Tell it to the Marines.
How I preferred my friend of old.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. Full of self-respect, inspiring awe.
And who is the favorite one?
Awe, and more to the point, emulation in all who
And what am I to do for a friend?
No, I will always be your friend.
Oh, fuck.
I'll always be your friend.
Until the virus relents, you will be nothing but an abject bore, fit only to give or receive sensual satisfaction.
I warned you. I'll always put my affections for you.
There was a time you would have said love.
And my regard for your interest and your
You
peace
have
of mind.
ruined my life.
Before everything.
Liar, liar, liar.
Saving, of course.
Say Equalith.
I cannot.
Say Equalith.
I-
Those are my beloved.
I-
Say it, goddammit to hell.
I cannot.
Say it.
It is impossible.
Did I say mean it? Did I say abjure hypocrisy? You say you have some residual regard for me. I say that being so, lie. You say that you cannot. Burn in that vile circle of hell reserved for the virtuous and weak, and be damned. Go and indulge yourself with the object of your love. Sate yourself till you're sick of love, then sate yourself with apples, then return to be bloated with roughage, distended. Go to your
I have asked her to come here.
You've asked her to come here. Your friend.
Yes.
For a vile assignation.
Yes.
And what is your boon? My permission?
I
Have you taken a vow of arrogance?
am in love.
Ah, yes, so I have understood you to have said. You said that it was love.
It
did
is
you not?
love.
And so you presumed upon my...
Your universally known and lauded generosity.
But what is love?
What is love?
That we should pine
No,
for.
no, I understood that to be your meaning. I require a place. I need a place where my friend and I
Oh,
may-
what? Your own home being too far, too cold, tainted by a life of depravity?
I need a home where I may, with impunity, take a young,
How young?
you
wish me to be your beard.
in short.
You wish me to clothe your nakedness.
I come to you as I confess myself, as I beseech you, beyond shame.
Oh, and this shame that you treasure. This shame that restores balance to the world. This shame in whose fine light all is permissible.
I have no merit to plead my case, but her mother, to whom she is devoted, do you see, to whom she is unfortunately tied, her mother.
What about her mother?
Well, the young thing cannot travel unchaperoned, and her mother, who mistakenly takes on herself the child's supervision.
How old is she?
How old is who?
Your friend. Ah, I see. And so, having delighted to pollute your own reputation, you make bold to squander mine.
Please.
And you would demean me by the blithe assumption that I would consent, that I would take, that I would endanger my compact with my new protector. My protector who provides the very cushions upon which we sit.
To market, to be that pig!
I did it for you, you ill-conditioned sow. I did it for the cause. He is a man. What possible joy or diversion can I have in this arrangement? I did it for us, for that unity of two which...
Ah, yes. The disruption of the lonely mimicking that of the great.
Perhaps she is in love.
I'm sorry, Mum.
Oh, go away.
I'm sorry.
Retire.
Go
away. Are you deaf? Say, are you deaf? From the incessant roaring of the surf upon your savage native shore? Go away, you stink of peat smoke.
We had a coal fire mess.
Oh, what did you do? Worship it?
We lit it.
Did you?
Yes, Mum.
What, to keep you warm? On those interminable nights when you lay bundled in the room with the livestock? Whilst the savage and uncaring moon beat down and so forth, engendering dreams of your escape to the metropolis thither to torment me? Is that why you've come after we have beseeched you to die?
I'm sorry that I dropped the plate, miss.
Ah, yes, that was the import of the sound.
You can deduct it from my wages.
Oh, and live in luxury the rest of my days. Oh, good.
And
Oh, now look what you've done. You don't know what to do with servants. Let me amend it. What is it? You were a child by the man who pledged to marry you. Now you've discovered he's a wife and babe at home. Is that it? Something like that? You try.
Your da is dying of the black lung from a life spent in the collieries? And you lack the 4 pence to send him to rest in renewed vigor? Which is it? Choose! And now the tea will remain cold. Quite cold. And who have I to blame save myself and an impersonal and thoughtless deity?
Help me.
You are without shame.
I have confessed it.
Ah, yes. No love is foolish as an old woman's love. A hag, etc., shorn of all save those last vestiges of beauty, those final shreds of not clothing, but framing her horrible, plain face and form, reduced to sophistry to lure the young and beautiful into her sway. And this is what it comes to at the cold fag end, to sit in dead conversation with the duenna, to offer cookies to the chaperone, while you and your young... No. The mind cannot compass it. Oh, what a disorderly, oh, what a constantly disrupted, oh, what a sad state. The endless capacity of the world to unseat and disappoint us. Do you believe in God?
I would if you'd shut up!
And you would begrudge me my keening?
Oh, pull your socks up!
I only meant to
Every
say
note
that...
you strike is false. I cannot assemble them to a rational composition. You're like a spinet, so bad out of tune. The name of any note is arbitrary. How can one respect you?
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry I was moved to speak with enthusiasm.
I've forgotten it.
Bless you.
Sherry?
Perhaps just a touch.
And you would have your young friend come here?
Yes.
When?
Today.
Yes? You presume much? Yes, even now I see you scour the street. So this is the new thing then, hmm? This is that for which it has amused God to spare me. Fine.
I beg your pardon?
Have her come.
You don't mean it.
I grant graciously what I dare not refuse.
Bless you, oh best of friends!
Is it not so?
It is so, it is so!
Godspeed you and your young friend in your hour of bliss.
And God preserve you.
Joy to your sheets.
And may heaven witness and endorse your sainted humanity.
Please. But may I, whilst preserving the essential veil of decency,
Yes,
inquire,
please.
does she, or to put it differently, have you...
She does not. We have not.
Yes, then I have my own request.
Anything under heaven.
And that is to say, to participate in the,
Oh, I feel my vision of the meeting.
Yes?
Of the geometry of the thing.
Oh, no. Yes, you quite mistake me. You see, I need to set the stage, ease the transition. I bring you cocoa. I open the window. I suggest you two would be more comfortable underneath the fro.
Yes, thank you,
see,
but...
it's in the capacity of a stage manager.
I don't...
Yes, this shall be our party. This shall be our party. And we must have a pie. Stress cannot exist in the presence of a pie.
A pie.
Yes, it casts out stress as the heat of the hand repels quicksilver. Fa! I say fa. Keep you your precious vapors, your fantods, your anxiety. Give me a pie. Give me a pie any day.
Give me a pie too, but...
For there's that of the bucolic in it, is there not? The pie, the cottage,
the hearth, finally.
Little Nell or Molly.
Young.
Yes.
Young Susan. Her brown arms shapely from the work of the fields. One wisp of her dark blonde hair, if you will, come down on her eyes, brushed back with the flower-covered forearm, as she kneads the dough. We see the tendons now assemble, now disperse beneath the nut-brown skin. She looks up. I'm making a pie!
Do you mock me?
I am concocting a seduction. I do not require the CA.
What is there risible about a pie?
Fine, then we must have ices.
Ices.
I believe so.
Ices. And a seduction.
Yes. Oh, and party favors little. Well, what are they? One gives them to the cook.
Walnuts.
That's right, and the odd vial of scent.
I just said a pie.
I reposted ices. What is it you find so important in them? Is it their artificial color, or their frigidity? Oh. I beg you to accept my deep and unreserved apology. My tongue has run away with me. I have traduced both the memory of our friendship and the fact of our love. I am in the midst of my own folly, of my need and vice. I stand naked before you in my panting and unclean depravity and beg for your aid. Help me.
All right.
Blessed forgiveness?
But I want to watch.
You whore!
Not in the room! Not in the room! My God, what do you take me for?
You pagan slut!
Through a hole in the wall! Did I say I wanted to participate or comment?
I
Which
said
given
no.
the youth of the...
I said
may not be
no!
super erotic.
Oh, rave on!
Ah, yes, love for thee, but not for me. My sacrifice is not while you gaze, yes, gaze in vain out the window, while we may sit here, parsing the distinction between friendship and acquaintance. Go ahead, lug your trick off to the park. Amuse the nannies with their prams. What's that, Nanny? Why, that's just two women, dear. But Nanny, what are they doing? Off you go!
Oh my God! It is she! I recognize the conveyance.
Oh, your young friend, is she come?
She is here.
Hard cheese.
Oh, what is more foolish than the unrequited love of the old? I beg you.
Oh, no, my dear. It is not enough to say, I see the penalty, but pray do not tax yourself inflicting it.
I beg your pardon. It is the sign of my distraction. I plead with you anything within my power. You know I do it for you with the situation reversed.
But the situation you will allow is not reversed.
Cold, heartless woman!
Am I indeed?
Of whom they once said heart of bronze.
Oh, is that what they once said?
Yes, once we strove together. A band of freebooters share alike. And now, as you come into your patrimony, you found a protector, and that emerald round your neck, that ensign of that selfishness, that jealousy engendered by wealth, for it's riches that have sundered you.
Is it indeed?
You say share alike, and I say your abode for part of one day.
Yes, it's not exactly the use of the hall.
Cold, ancient hag!
I see you are disordered. Shall I loosen your stays?
There's a young person at the door.
Yes. No. I do not believe I'm at home. No, I am not at all at home. Pray, have her call again some other time.
Yes! You shall set the scene. You shall set the scene and aid the two of us by the tone, by your gracious attentions.
That is all I ask.
It shall be as you say.
Then we may proceed.
Lovely day for a best, but I'd wear my hat.
I beg your pardon?
For went for a walk.
Yes, I mistook you.
What do you think it means?
Nothing.
I wouldn't wear my hat in bed.
But reserve.
Yes, it seems it is your young friend. And I must endorse her choice exquisite.
And you'll afford us privacy and shelter for the afternoon.
And participate
Within the limits I
as agreed.
And you swear to divert her chaperone.
She has come alone.
Oh, joy!
And we are agreed as to terms?
We are. Urge her in.
Beth, I didn't catch your name.
Ah, yes, welcome, welcome to my humble abode. How good of you to come. If you would be so kind as to... Bridie? Bridie!
If you'd excuse me. It's Catherine. Miss.
Good-looking little thing, eh?
I couldn't say, miss.
And you yourself, you know. You are not unattractive.
What, Mum?
But has no one told you that before?
No, Mum.
What, do you garner the thrust of my declaration?
I think so, Mum.
But what, it repels you?
No, Mum, but
Yes.
what would I tell my parents?
That you had found a secure position.
May I think about it?
Oh, indeed.
Thank you, Mum.
She is upset.
Oh, la, how that astonishes. Well, one must proceed with measure, and you will thank God that I am here to pace her advances.
It is not my advances which upset her.
Say then.
She asks me about you.
About me. She's jealous. She's jealous, the dear thing.
She is not jealous.
Well, then what is it about me upsets her?
She asks why you are wearing her mother's necklace.